Hey, what's up, guys? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over standout trades from this week. So without further ado, let's go. All right, guys. So what do we have here? So today was actually this week was quite an eventful week. So we had a lot of action, guys. We had a really vast majority of these trades. Vast majority of these trades actually confirmed to the upside or even the downside, actually, but there's a lot of volume, so kind of like that. Looking at the market, so basically it looks like the House approved the budget package, Biden's $1.9 trillion package, and pretty much I think this is going to pass, right? I think that's going to pass eventually. What's going to happen is, they're going to pass the stimulus fairly quickly. Now, there's actually talks, like Biden was actually talking about lowering the income threshold. So basically, I think if you made more than 50,000, I think you're probably not going to get the stimulus. That's sort of the idea that's being floated around. So I mean, it's left to be seen if if it actually goes through like that. Now, if that happens, what that means is a lot of people are not going to be able to get the stimulus, because the first two stimulus payments we got, they used I think 75,000. Right, and I think 150 for a couple. So if you made over 75,000, you're not going to get the stimulus. You didn't get the stimulus, but if you made less than 75,000, you did. So in this case, I think they're lowering it to 50,000. So which would mean that if you made more than 50,000, you're not going to get it. And what that does is it actually cuts a lot of people. A lot of people are not going to be able to get it. Not as much as the last time, basically. Because the more you lower the threshold, that basically means that less people can qualify for it. Okay. Now, and there's actually talks of a student loan forgiveness and all of that kind of stuff. So, but what I will say though is if they pass the stimulus, when they pass the stimulus, not if, when they pass the stimulus, which based on estimates, I actually think they're probably going to pass everything, and people are going to receive their checks. I think before the end of March. Why? Because the second stimulus package, some of the benefits from the second stimulus package that was passed expire by March. So like the unemployment extension, it actually will expire in March. And I think some other stuff is going to expire in March. I think the eviction moratorium is going to expire in March. But they need to pass it before all those things expire, which I think they're going to do. And if people have access to $1,400, man, that's going to be really great, for the market, for individuals as well, for families all over the country. And, you're going to have a lot of liquidity in the markets because people are going to, last time we had individuals take those stimulus and put it in Robinhood accounts and trade it. You have people start investing and everything. So, and think about what happened with $1,200 stimulus, right? Imagine what's going to happen this time with $1,400. Actually, no, sorry, I think it was $600. Now it's $1,400. So yeah, that would be pretty good. So, and when that happens, when they pass this, the market is going to rip. We're actually getting closer and closer to my target. So my target is 400, and I think we get there before end of March. Easily. I mean, that's my opinion, though. Okay, I just think based on the charts, I think we could get there by end of March. So, that said, what kind of action do we have this week? So, on the first, which was on Monday. So, I didn't really like anything in pre-market, honestly. I didn't really like much, and Thinkorswim was actually having issues at the open. It was like really bad, so bad. So, I didn't trade that day. It was just It was just a wash. Now, let's see. Take a look here. So on the second, we had a few stocks that were running, but GSM was one of the stocks that basically that was a stock that I took a loss on. So basically, it was like right, where was that? It was like right here. So basically, I took a loss. I tried to did buy this thing. Okay. So basically, I did. It basically washed, and I tried to get long right there, and the thing is, I actually held it too long. I should have just cut the losses and gotten out. But I was thinking, okay, I was going to hold this. Ideally, it was going to hold like 375. That's the area I was looking at, right? And I'll hold 375, and then just turn around and rip. But basically, that's not what happened. It basically came out and it stopped me out. So when it stopped me out, I just took the loss and got out. So I got long right here. It popped up. I was holding it thinking, okay, well, we're going to probably rip fours and try to test the highs, but it came chopped around and then just stopped me out. So I left that. Now, on the third, I traded AMC. So AMC on, where was that? It was right here. Yeah. So, all right, so AMC, I basically took the trade in pre-market, right? So let me see. I got in right. I think I got in like 880s or something, right? So I held this thing right in pre-market. Now it popped up to 909. Right, it was about 29 cents or something, right? And I was holding it for when the market opens because I was thinking, we're gonna open, maybe wash out a little bit, and then just rip, and all the shorts that were shorting this thing overnight will have to cover, and we get the spike. But it basically opened, and then I was actually holding for like 920s. And it just came back and then just stopped me out. So when I stopped out, I just left it alone. I didn't bother with it. I didn't want to trade stocks like AMC and GME, because I feel like the easy money had already been made with those stocks. Okay, like a lot of people in chat were asking me, Market Maker, why didn't you trade GME and AMC? I just feel like the easy money has already been made. Like if you're starting to trade this thing now, you're just gonna get chopped around. The easy money was all the way back here. And this day with AMC, I think I got like 3 points off this thing. This is the easy money. Okay, don't fight the trend. In my opinion, when it comes to some of these stocks, don't try to fight the trend. This is the easy money. This was like when a lot of volume was in the stock. There's a lot of hype. Those Wall Street Bets guys were still holding the stock. Diamond hands, they're still holding it, they weren't selling and everything. So that's when the action, that's when you get the real action here and here. Now when you start going all the way back, it's just the easy money has been made, and I don't really want to trade stuff like that. And then I traded SAVA. So SAVA, where was that? So SAVA was the same day. Now gosh, that was on the third. So basically on SAVA, it was a nice trade. So I got long SAVA somewhere. Where was that? I think it was like around here. I got long SAVA somewhere around here, and it dropped. It dropped on me, right? Now, I wasn't going to stop out. I just added to it. I basically got my average up. There's a lot of support around this area, and when I see when I see a lot of support, and I watch the tape, on the tape looks like buyers are stepping in, with huge size. A lot of buyers are stepping in. The tape just looks like it wants to go up. There are a lot of bids stepping in there. I can add, and that's what I did. So I basically just added, and then I sold on the rip, and that was beautiful. It was a nice, clean, easy trade right there. I think I must have gotten like 3 or 4 points from that. Just sold some, and then sold some and let the rest ride. So that's that. And then with LIZI, I think we also had LIZI. So LIZI was, where was LIZI? Let me take all this stuff out here. So LIZI on the third, LIZI was it was a nice smooth trader. All I did was I basically just bought dips. So just bought dips, sold the rip, bought the dip, sold the rip. That's pretty much it with LIZI. Also, there was a nice where was that? There was a nice double bottom setup right there. Well, it wasn't like a clean double bottom, but it was also, we kind of had like a, this nice little break right there. So basically got long and sold the rip. Okay. And then we got CPSH. CPSH was another mover. So take all these old lines away. So CPSH was kind of like the same thing as LIZI. So that was just basically, I just bought the dips on that. Bought the dips, sold the rips. This is nice and clean. So it wasn't. I mean, this was just a dip trade. Just basically watching the tape, and when it starts dipping against support levels, I tend to get in there and try to dip buy it, and then sell the rip. Okay, so we had the granddaddy, the best trade of the week goes to, drum roll please, AACG. So man, guys, AACG was a crazy stock, man. It was a crazy mover. So with AACG, what happened? I like the action in pre-market. I actually got long in pre-market. I think I got long somewhere, right? I just like the action. It was just holding. When I was looking at the tape, every time it washed, the buyers were stepping. Every time it washed, bids just kept piling in, right? So I held this, and my my plan was basically to hold it to market opens and then just sell the rip. So when the market opened, I held it. It dropped. It like instantly flushed, right? I still held it. I didn't sell. It instantly flushed, and then when the buyers started coming in, I wanted to add, but I didn't get a fill. Okay, I was already long, but I wanted to add in my position. I didn't get a fill. So, when it started popping, I just started scaling out of the position. Okay, but I didn't trade this around here. So kind of like, this was kind of like choppy action. And it looked like what they were doing was basically, they were just like, bid propping it, right? So what they did was they were basically, wash, they'll bid prop it. And then when it pops up, they sell into the pop. It's the same type of scammy action you see in a lot of these stocks, right? You see that same type of action. They were just doing it and, just kept doing it. And every time I see that, I just step to the side. I don't want to risk getting dumped on when they pull the rug. A lot of times they just pull the rug and then this thing just tanks to infinity. So, whenever I see stuff like that, I leave it alone. So another thing they can do is just basically bait the shorts with all this type of action, and then they just turn around and rip it. So with this, it was just nice rips, and I just basically bought the dips on those. Just buy the dips and sold the rip. So that's what happened. So, but it was a crazy rip. Like I did not see this coming at all. Like this was crazy. I actually thought this, it had topped out at like 5, and then this was gonna be the action, and then maybe fade into the close. But this thing had other plans. It literally went from $2-ish to $19.75. That's crazy. That's a crazy move. And it was kind of easy though. It wasn't, it was kind of easy. Just buy the dips, sell the rips. Buy the dips and sell the rips. That's kind of the action we got over here. It was pretty good. And let's see. Was I on the mic that day? On the 4th? That was Thursday. Yeah, I think I was on the mic. I don't know. But I got this a few times. It was nice. A lot of times, guys in chat, they always say, man, market maker, how do you know when these stocks are going to rip? It seems like you have like a crystal ball, because every time I get in, after, a few seconds or something, maybe a minute, it just rips. I don't know, man. That part, I can't really just explain it 100%, because it just comes with like, just having a feel for the stock. Like I've traded thousands of stocks, right? I've traded thousands of stocks. I've like looked at setups, multiple setups, looked at multiple games, look at multiple price action, and it's just having a feel for it. I can't, like that part I can't tell you. I just have a feel. It's like my gut says, look, this thing it's got that look, And I always say in the chat, like, yo, it's got that look, and I don't know. That part I can't explain. It's just, just having a feel for the market. All right. So that was that. Now today we had some stocks gapping up. So let's go to today. We had JG, AAME. Okay, we had JG, AAME. I don't think AAME was a gapper, was it? I think it was, yeah. AAME, I think it was a gapper. And then LAIX, and then CBAT, METX, SOS, ARIC, TTOO, KRKR, RYB, and these were just like midday runners, right? So with JG, I didn't trade that. I traded AAME, so that was a nice trade. I basically got long on dips, so the rips. The volume was there, right? That price action was there, and gave multiple opportunities to get in the stock. And LAIX, I basically got the opening drive, I think. I don't remember if I traded this, but if I did, it was just the opening drive. CBAT, I didn't trade that. METX, I didn't trade that. I didn't really have high hopes for CBAT because CBAT is just played. This stock is it's got move. I mean, I don't know. It's like every other week they come up with something, right? So whenever you see a stock that's got that action, it's just played out. I don't mess with it. METX, so METX, I thought this thing was gonna rip, give us some nice action, but no, it just opened and then faded. SOX, so SOS, I couldn't find a float on SOS. I think the outstanding shares was like 40 million or something. I just couldn't find the float. But if the outstanding shares is 40 million, I'm pretty sure this thing, the float must have been like lower than that, obviously, right? But it was just trading like it had 100 million. It was just very slow, methodical moves and chop, and I just didn't like this thing. But I got it for about 20 cents, and I just got out. I got out, and I didn't think about it. And then let's look what happened. It just kind of faded, chopped around. I don't like action like that. And then ARIC, I had it on my gap scan, but I had no intention of trading this, honestly, unless it got like some crazy move. With ARIC, this stock is kind of like CBAT. It's already played. I mean, it's played out already. I mean, every other day they come up with something, some type of spike and stuff. So, it's already played. I didn't expect much from it. TTOO, they had, I think they had news or something, but just opened and faded. So KRKR. So KRKR was a stock that a guy brought to my attention in chat. So I looked it up and it had halted, right? Halted to the upside, and then it popped some more, and then it dropped. So with this, I mean, it didn't really give much action. I know some guys shorted this in the chat, but that was that for KKR. Now, the midday, we have the stock OCGN. OCGN was a beauty. It was just a beauty, man. Let's go down to 1 minute time frame. It was just a beauty. So the stock, it was just creeping up and then started going parabolic. Like initially right here it was just kind of like slow, and then it just started going parabolic, right? So it started ripping, and I don't even think they had any news, but it was going though. It was really going. So with this, I bought dips, so the rips. Now around here, it just kind of got this like choppy price action, right? And it looked like what they were doing is, they were selling into the move. So bid propping it on the wash, and then when it pops up, they sell into it. And they were doing it from 540s, and if you take a look, it just pop up right there, 545 drop right here, 540, 545 drop, 540, what is this, 548 or whatever drop. So they just kept pinging it at like 540s and low fives, and every time I go to 540, they just kept doing that. So my thought process was basically, I'm just gonna watch this thing, watch it. Let's see what happens when they're done selling, and we can see if they decide to move it in either direction. Because whenever you see stuff like this, they can either dump it, just pull the rug, dump it, or they can just rip. And that's what happened. We got the rip. All right, so this one I got it a few times, and then got it. I think I got long. I forgot where I got long, somewhere around there on the dip, and then we got the rip. I sold some and then held it, and it sold over sevens. So this is beauty. All right, so this was a beautiful trade. Okay, so that's it though. You guys have been great. So guys, feel free to sign up for the Institute at madasmoney.com. So we're on some courses. We have really good sales on those as well. So just feel free. All right, feel free to sign up, and also Subscribe to madasmoney.com. All right. When you get in the chat, look for Market Omega. I'm always posting my ideas and my thought process in chat, and feel free to hit me up in DMs. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Market Omega. I usually post my ideas on stocks and cryptocurrencies, sports, and just life in general. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So just type in Market Omega, subscribe to it, and turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content. All right, you guys have been great. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll catch you